This episode of the Young Turks brought to you by GoToMeeting. Online meetings made easy.
Get a free trial at GoToMeeting.com, click on the Try It Free button, and enter the promo code TURKS. I read this really interesting piece in CNN that had to do with worldwide opinion on Americans, okay? And the reason why I found it interesting is because back in '07, when I traveled in Europe and I told people I was American, they hated me. And I'm not making that up. They immediately said, like, oh, you're an American. We don't want to talk to you. Or they would start singing Green Day's Don't Want to Be American Idiot. Don't want to be an American idiot right to my face. So I'm always interested to see how, global opinions on the United States change. So it's actually improved. A Pew Research survey indicates that Western Europe now has positive feelings toward American tourists. And that comes after 2001, when people in Western Europe had a very bad idea of Americans. So, this article talks about, they talk about anecdotal evidence. They have different couples who travel the world, and they talk about their experiences as ugly Americans, and then how that ugly American stereotype has declined over the years. And I'm so glad that it has, okay? And of course, the reason why the ugly American thing existed in the first place was because of the Bush administration, because of the fact that we invaded Iraq. There were so many different reasons. And thankfully, that's changing.
Well, of course, there's a mix of things, right? Mm-hmm. The ugly American stereotype was around for a long time because we were loud and obnoxious and we wouldn't speak any other language but English. And that's gone away a little bit, too. Now, things picked up and in terms of negative image of America significantly throughout the last decade during the Bush administration, partly because we invaded Iraq, partly because of Bush portrayed exactly that stereotype to the rest of the world. We're bigger than you. We're more powerful than you. We'll invade anyone we like. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And we don't give a damn what you think. So Bush was like the living embodiment of the ugly American. And I saw polls throughout that the time that Bush was in office where our approval rating in the different countries were plummeting. And then since Obama's been elected, of course, that's gone way up, especially in Western Europe, but also in the Middle East and other places. And now actually in places like Egypt, it's beginning to decline again because they've gotten a little disillusioned with Obama. Again, right or wrong, so our foreign policy winds up having something to do with it. But the other part of this is, our behavior throughout the world. And we've now, based on the anecdotal stuff they were talking about, but also based on some studies, we've learned that, hey, you know what? Other countries speak different languages. And sometimes they don't love it when we're so loud. So
no, that's the part of the story that I loved, okay? The part that talked about how we've become more cultured because of diversity in our own country, right? The diversity has forced us to become more cultured. So when we travel, we're not, necessarily expecting things like ice in our soda. Or, it's funny that they bring that up because I remember going to European countries and they never put ice in the soft drinks. And you're like, well, what happened to the ice? I mean, I didn't complain about it, but it's different. Some people do complain about little things like that. Oh, why is this so-called 4-star hotel not really a 4-star hotel? Because you're in a different country. They have different standards. You know what I mean? Like, people will travel to a country that isn't necessarily as wealthy as the United States, and they'll expect a lot more,
It's funny because for a so-called worldly lib like myself, I'm quite the ugly American.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I travel abroad, I get annoyed when I don't have the same amenities as America. Like, I think I was in Amsterdam and the NBA playoff games were on and I couldn't get them. And I'm like, God damn it, why don't they have ESPN in this country? Right? Like, I know why they don't have ESPN, but it's still frustrating. Once I watched, again, the NBA final game in Paris. But at least they had the game there. But I had to go to my own, nobody would play it. I had to go to in my own hotel room. And I got to say, Stackhause. And the funny ways that they pronounce the names. But okay, anyway, of course. But my problem is I'm a loud guy, right?
You just can't help it.
Yeah, I can't help it. I would have been a loud Turk. I'm a loud American, right? And I remember once I got yelled at in a train in Switzerland. My friends and I were, including Steve, the audio guy, we were playing a card game, but apparently we were being rather loud. and some German guy comes up to us, or maybe he was Swiss, but was speaking German, and starts yelling at us in like German. He's like, "Yeah, Kartoffelsalat, Geburtstag," right? So I said, "Hey, what are you cooling, you Wiener Schnitzel, dick?"
You told him that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the worst. You're the worst. You're the stereotypical ugly American.
Cenk Uger, ugly American. By the way, for some reason, though, half the train loved it. They like laughed and nearly clapped when I called them a Wiener Schnitzel dick.
And these days, everybody's in different offices in different cities. The one way you can all get together is GoToMeeting.com. You're all online at the same time.
Right, and it's super easy. All you need is a computer, internet connection, 2 minutes, boom, you're set up.
You can share documents. A guy puts up a document in Miami, the other one sees it in San Francisco. You can, in fact, amend it. You can do sales presentations, very convenient.
Get a free trial at GoToMeeting.com, click on the Try It Free button, and enter the promo code Turks.
Go.